Greetings all you maniacs from Minds Underground, welcome back to another Warframe weapon showcase. Today, we're going to be talking about the Kuva Karak. The basically Space AK-47. I'm going to be doing a direct comparison between this and the Karak Wraith. I have full builds for both. So, anyway. Now, this is my standard build. This is the build that I run most of the time. It's your standard crit corrosive with the dual stats and Stormbringer. You can also go for more multi-shots, not a bad option. But I mean, having more corrosive proccing against heavily armored units is better value, but I will use vigilance armaments. Now, this thing has a lot of accuracy, by the way. Also, mine came with Toxin. I don't know how much Toxin that is compared to that. I want to say quick math, that's probably like 30% Toxin. I'm probably way off. But anyway, this weapon is fantastic. So, don't worry. Mesa here doesn't have anything on here. I'm going to go down to level 125 as per usual. And how fast does a normal build tear through these high-level enemies? Yeah. Also, I want to stress something. Look at that accuracy. This thing is so goddamn accurate. And it just shreds. Like, normal content, this thing is just, you burst this thing down a hallway, everything dies. It does have some ammo issues, especially with Prime Shred, but nothing too major. Alright, let's pull out the Karak Wraith. So this is my 3-forma Karak Wraith build. It is basically the same. I just have normal Shred instead of Prime Shred. And you can already notice that the Karak Wraith has lower crit chance, slightly lower crit multi, a little bit less status, and less base damage. Not by a whole lot, though. So how quickly does the Karak Wraith take down these guys? This is an MR7 weapon, by the way. And if you're MR7, I'd say, yeah, this is not a bad option. Although, at MR8, you can get the Bratton Prime, and the Bratton Prime's a bit better. Not by a whole lot, mind you. So, I mean, the accuracy of this weapon is not great. That's one of the issues with it. So, yeah, that's the Karak Wraith. It's fine. It works, especially at lower levels. But, you know, let's go back to the Kuva Karak. Now, I said builds. I have your Plebetry, Hunter Plebetry build, your Pleb missions, your Hunter Pleb, Pleb, build here. Oh, I forgot to mention, I have, how many forma do I have in this? I think I have 2. Yeah, I have 2 forma. This thing already comes with a V polarity right down here. That's a little awkward of a spot in my mind. Why is it there? Well, whatever. And these weapons go up to level 80. Level 40 with 80 capacity with an Orkin Catalyst. So, how well does the Hunter Munitions build do? It works. I mean, sure. But in my mind, the corrosive build is better. It also depends on how much element you've got, if you're using heavy caliber or not, and a whole bunch of other shit. I don't have heavy caliber, I would show. And in my mind, punch through is just fantastic. I know not all the time it's useful, but I mean, you're fighting hordes of enemies if you play the game modes I play most of the time. Disruption, Arbitration, Sorties, Kuva Lich Hunting. There are a lot of enemies, and taking down an entire group of them quickly is a lot better than taking down one at a time. Anyway, I don't have a Riven, because fuck Rivens. And also, my luck is horrible. Anyway, so let's drop let's drop Mesa, and then let's bring out Mirage. So what buffs does Mirage have? What arcanes are on her? Arcane Rage. Okay, that's going to give me more primary damage for primary weapons. I know I don't have the best Mirage build, but I mean, who cares? 434 more damage, percent more damage. So, yeah, I didn't even realize they're all dead. Look at that. Now, granted, pretty extreme buffs, but what if we give this thing more crit? Been a little bit, huh, Harrow? Haven't used you in a little bit for the channel. So unpause the AI so they can hit me. I get my buffs, and let's just go. All right. Harrow Prime will be a godsend when he actually becomes a thing. By the way, if you want Harrow, I mean, look at this. Complete utter deletion. And then Harrow makes reload speed a lot faster. Just and he also makes the fire rate faster. That's pretty fast. Like that's not anything super slow, right? So basically the Karak rate not Karak rate. The Karak rate's fine. The Kuva Karak is so much better, and it's the boosts that the weapon got are minute. How minute? The main thing that changed really is one. Well, there's a few things that changed that make this weapon a little better. Slightly more slash, a little bit more status, and a 10% increase to crit chance, and also 0.1 more crit multi. That's it. That is the only buffs that it got. It also got an 8 puncher and a larger magazine, but it just goes to show you, if a weapon gets buffed very minorly in the right areas, it becomes a full-blown destroyer. The Karak Wraith I would view is a good weapon, but it's not as good as this weapon. So I said I would use Vigilante Armaments in this video, and damn it, I'm going to use it. So what difference does it make? It doesn't look like much of a difference, but more corrosive or more element that you're using, unless you're doing slash, and viral, makes a difference. Now, this weapon is not going to be everyone's forte. Why do I say that? Because it's plain. It's plain Jane as hell. Like, oh, we are, these immortal space children piloting these freaking Warframes, and all of this other stuff, all this space stuff, and then we have an AK-47. It's like, okay, we're going into space. We're fighting a whole lot of people. Imagine if Halo had like an AK-47 just randomly. That's how I feel about this weapon. It's just, it feels a slight out of place, but it is a Grineer weapon, and all their weapons are very plain Jane. Not all of them. I shouldn't say that. But it's very practical. Like, it is a very practical assault rifle, and I would recommend it. So, as for what bonuses you should go for, up to you, really. I don't think radiation would be a good idea on this weapon. I think heat, toxin, and electricity would be the quote-unquote best. But, I mean, you do what you want. It don't really matter at the end of the day, because this thing is going to destroy. So, thank you guys so much for watching. And remember, in Trobe, we trust.